This is Billie Billing. I'm here with Florence Fuller. She's the former owner and operator of the Pocket Billiard Lounge in Binghamton, New York. And we wanted to ask Florence a few things about her life.
And they were so well behaved, I'm telling you. They really were.
Was there a big difference between the way women behave in a tournament and men behave in a tournament?
In the beginning, big difference, big difference. And there were a few little tricks that we played on those guys, to the ones who were apt to misbehave. They were perfect gentlemen. They would do anything for pool, but as they began to lose, it was a whole different ball game, so to speak. So I would send either one of my workers, or I would go down myself and sit directly behind them wherever they were playing, and it made a big difference. So that was the way I handled that. And I hardly ever had to get really violent. One or two maybe players that were determined that they were going to have their way. And one of the biggest faults that they had, they didn't want to, the dress code was so simple, but they didn't want to do it. And after I made a few of them go down to Kmart and buy what I considered, it was dress pants, dress shoes, and dress shirt. That was it. But you know, they were guys, and they just didn't want to do it. But that's all changed pretty much now too, and that's good. The better you look, the better you play, and the better it looks how you play.
So how do you think the women responded to you as a player, a room owner that was running tournaments? Like, how did they interact with you? Do you think they liked you, or?
Well, I think so.
Mm-hmm.
I think so. And it was, they liked coming there because we had a good menu, and the food was good, besides having quite a little variety. And it didn't look like a pool room. I'm sorry. I had overhead lights and fluorescent. It was bright and airy and clean. I insisted upon that, and they did like coming there. I know they did.
And how did they treat you, Florence?
With respect? Yes. Yes. And they learned very quickly that no meant no, and that I wasn't going to back down for anything. And that probably only lasted maybe just a few times, and maybe a year or two. And they're quick learners. That's right. No, I always enjoyed the ladies, yeah.
Now, what are you doing now, Florence?
Well, I've learned to do nothing pretty good.
Are you still playing?
Yes. I go down to a senior's room twice a week as a rule, and there's a couple of ladies that are shooting pretty good, and there have been some others, 2 or 3 others that come in, but they don't come in regularly, but they shoot pretty good. And old age doesn't help, I tell you. But they have fun. And I was going down to play once a week at the lounge, APA. And actually, the team that I was in, there were different players, but basically the same, maybe one or two of the same people, including myself. And the first year that we won a trip to Las Vegas, I didn't feel well, and I didn't go. But the second time that I was in a team that won, I did go. And that was enjoyable. We didn't win out there, but that was okay too. You know, it was fun being there. And boy, did I get respect out there, because Nevin would always manage to tell the opposing team how old I was. Because I was probably 83 or 85, maybe, I can't remember. But that always impressed them. My goodness, they'd come around and shake my hand and tell me how well I was doing and how much they enjoyed playing me. And so that was an ego buster. Yeah.
Is there anything else that you'd like to tell your public, Florence?
Don't give up on pool. It's almost as good as reading a book.
Hi, I'm Billie Billing, and I'm here today with Florence Fuller. Florence is the former room owner and operator of the Pocket Billiard Lounge in Binghamton, New York. And Florence is going to give us a little pool lesson today.
What I'm going to show you first is how important it is to hit center cue ball. And if I shoot this ball with center cue ball, that stripe should go up and down the table almost straight. Now I'm going to show you what happens if I hit off center on the cue ball. And again, it just throws the ball off, and that's the name of the game, misses. Oh, you're a miss? Okay. In order to make a bank shot, doesn't matter where you are on the table, long or short. Of course, the short ones are a little easier. But you make a perfect V, you're still hitting center cue ball, and you're going to strike the object ball so that it hits a place on the rail that makes, like this, a perfect V to the pocket. And most of the time you'll make the bank shot. Now let's have a whack at proving me wrong. Now for today, that's the last I'm going to teach you, except I want you to get to a table as often as you can and practice, practice, practice.
Hey, da ding dong, a lang, boom.